What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for MLB Sunday, July 28th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video, hit that red subscribe button, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay, guys, we have a jam-packed MLB slate tonight. Let's get started by looking at the pitcher position. I like Cole Ragans. He's pitching against the 24th worst batting team, the Chicago Cubs. Ragans has a phenomenal dash rank of 100, and his opponent rank makes this a favorable matchup. He's got an ERA of 3.23 and has struck out 146 batters this season. Cole throws his best ball to righty batters, and he's facing 7 righties today. His weighted OPS is an impressive 0.583, almost 10% better than his already stellar average OPS of 0.642. What stands out is his pitcher advantage, which is a whopping 900%. Cole Ragans has a $10,000 DraftKings salary, and he's averaging 17 fantasy points per game. He's coming off solid performances, scoring 17, 29, and 23 fantasy points in his last 3 games. So I like Cole Ragans here versus the Chicago Cubs. Next, let's take a look at the catcher position. Today, I'm leaning towards Willson Contreras with a 7.0% ownership. Contreras has a 12% batting advantage here versus a middle-of-the-pack pitcher from the Washington Nationals. Contreras bats significantly better against lefty pitchers with a .906 OPS versus lefties. He's priced at $5,100 on DraftKings and averages 8 fantasy points per game. His recent form is solid, scoring 18, 10, and 2 fantasy points in his last 3 games. Even though he hasn't faced this pitcher much, his recent good form and decent average make him an interesting pick today. Let's move to the first base position. I'm liking Bryce Harper tonight, who's facing the absolute worst overall opponent, Cleveland. Harper has a dash rank of 30, but an impeccable batting average of .288 and 24 home runs this season. His OPS versus lefties is .884, and though he's yet to face this specific pitcher, his form and numbers against left-handed pitchers generally work in his favor. Harper's $6,100 salary is justified when you consider his 9 fantasy points per game. He scored 16 fantasy points 1 game ago and is poised for a strong performance tonight. Moving on to the second base position, Jose Altuve is a reliable play. Altuve has an 11% batting advantage here facing the Los Angeles Dodgers. His .306 batting average and 14 home runs stand out. He's versatile against right-handed pitchers, boasting a .947 OPS. Priced at $5,300 on DraftKings and averaging 9 fantasy points per game, Altuve's consistency makes him a solid selection. He scored 19 fantasy points 3 games ago, indicating he's in form. At third base, Alex Bregman catches my eye. Bregman has an 18% batting advantage facing the Dodgers. Despite a .256 batting average, Bregman has 14 home runs, and he's opsing .853 versus righties. He's down for a $4,300 DraftKings salary, averaging 8 fantasy points per game. He has scored consistently in recent games with 16, 14, and 16 fantasy points. Bregman's form and the favorable matchup make him a good pick. For the shortstop position, Bobby Witt Jr. stands out. He's facing the Cubs, who are ranked 20th overall defensively. Witt has a dash rank of 85 and averages 10 fantasy points per game. With a solid batting average of .342 and 18 home runs, Witt has a well-rounded game. He's priced at $6,400 on DraftKings with an impressive recent performance, scoring 13, 5, and 7 fantasy points in the last 3 games. Finally, let's discuss the outfield position. Shohei Ohtani is my top pick. Ohtani has a dash rank of 100 and is facing a middle-of-the-pack pitcher from the Astros. Ohtani posts outstanding stats with a batting average of .318 and 32 home runs. His OPS against right-handed pitchers is an eye-popping 1.138. At $6,500 on DraftKings, Ohtani averages 13 fantasy points per game and has been hot recently, scoring 30, 15, and 21 fantasy points. His ownership is expected to be around 20%, indicating the field's confidence in him. Before I wrap up, a quick value play shout-out for Alex Faedo of the Detroit Tigers, who is facing the 15th worst batting team, the Minnesota Twins. Faedo has a favorable .111 batting average against this team and has a solid ERA of 3.47. For just $5,000 on DraftKings and averaging 7 fantasy points per game, Fido offers budget-friendly upside. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And please comment below with your favorite player for this MLB slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.